Number 10, Steel Assault. This game has changed a lot over its time. It started on Kickstarter as an NES aesthetic game and then later on changed to a more 16-bit SNES aesthetic. It has quite a troubled development with the main developer not having enough time to work on the game, so it's been progressing very slowly to the point where we thought the project is dead, but we very recently received a gameplay demo of the first mission. It's only for backers, so I'm not gonna put it in the release games because it's not public yet, but definitely a game I'm looking forward to in the future for its very authentic arcade CRT monitor experience. Number 9, Virtuaverse. I am so excited about this pixel art point-and-click adventure from Wallenberg. He's an artist I've been following for a long time, and together with Victor Love, they're creating this amazing world of cyberpunk. So having been enough hyped with Ghost in the Shell and Blade Runner, definitely you are gonna get your cyberpunk satisfaction from Virtuaverse. So yeah, this first trailer just got released, so we're gonna have to wait for the game quite some time. It's not gonna be here before 2019. Number 8, Moonman, or however this is gonna be called in the future, because we are expecting a name change soon, because the game is supposed to come into early access very soon. The developer Ben Porter was actually saying that it should be maybe ready in 2 to 3 months, and it was back in August, so I'm expecting it's right around the corner. Probably gonna get it together with the new name, so I'm super excited to play this. Was one of the first games, if not the first game, that I profiled in Retronator magazine. Huge environments, interesting creatures. Ben Porter, also known as Eigenbaum, definitely one of my top artists up there. He's the one who started Pixel Dailies, and besides him it's Cannon Breed, another absolutely amazing pixel artist. So a lot of smart Australian heads working on this project. Number 7 is Wargroove. Oh yeah, this has art by Lou Nascimento, or Violacious, and she creates just such a wonderfully looking medieval version of Advance Wars. Her style is super smooth, colors that just melt my eyes, and I don't even have to talk about how much I loved Advance Wars in terms of gameplay, so looking forward to this as well, to just play it around. But it's definitely also gonna be great because it just looks so dang gorgeous. Number 6, Fleen, Son of Crimson. Just like Wargroove and Virtuaverse, this is another 2019 title on the list. Was recently kickstarted, and it's a platformer with just absolutely stunning art. There's a lot of platformers on my list that have really top of the line art, and I'm not surprised it looks this great because the art is done by Phil Giarusso, who's also doing art for Pathway, which I'm also gonna mention a little bit later, and animations done by Hunter Russell, and her art is also known from other places such as Duelist and Ikenfell, which almost made the list, but unfortunately it doesn't have a video yet, so I didn't really include it. So yeah, Fleen, Son of Crimson, February 2019. And now finally, for a couple of games that are going to actually come out very soon, early 2018 is the time for Aegis Defenders. I've had the game on the show before, and it's kind of a mix between a platformer and a tower defense game. Looks absolutely fantastic. That's why I was talking about these kind of platformers that have this smooth style with big clusters. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Number 4 is Moonlighter. This is a game that looks a lot like Zelda, the Minish Cap. It's a game I backed on Kickstarter just because look at its pixel art. Plus the gameplay is also going to be pretty interesting with your character actually having a shop where you're trying to sell all the loot you get in the dungeons. So a very Nintendo-esque top-down art with beautiful, beautiful colors makes for a game world that I just want to get lost into. Build my own shop and live happily ever after. Number 3, Chasm. Yep, another of the platformers, and we have one more that just blow me away with their artwork. And this one's also not surprising because the background artist on the game is Dan Fassler, the creator of the HD index painting method for making big pixel art backgrounds in Photoshop, and because of it this game just looks gorgeous on all levels. Now it's always in platformers similarly to as in the Mummy the Bastard. Sometimes a lot of it happens underground or inside, so it seems like this is gonna be here as well, but anytime the character gets outside, for me I'm just blown away, and I just hope I can just keep on returning to the surface from the depths below just to enjoy this gorgeous, gorgeous art. Number 2 is Frogata, and if I was just saying a lot of platformers happen indoors, well, this one does not. It has indoor scenes, but a lot of it is just above ground, and it's one of those very 90s style platformers. I'm pretty sure you've played some of these kind of games back in the days, and I'm super happy that this one plays and looks exactly the same, but not exactly, because it just looks so much better than anything you've ever seen. It has a very, very long development, I don't know, for 10 years or something. It's been a long time, and we honestly don't know when that's gonna happen. Kind of like for Cosm, also a very long development time. We aren't really sure when it's gonna release. The last demo you could play of this is 2013. Yeah, so I would not include it into playable games of 2017 because the demo we have is just so old and it's already so amazing. But I'm looking forward to what we get in the future because the game is being actively worked upon. I just checked out its GitHub repository yesterday, and yep, definitely being worked on. So super looking forward for, in my eyes, the best looking platformer to be released now that Old Boy, after its own long development phase, has been released. Frogata number 2. And in first place of top upcoming games, is, no surprises here, The Last Night. I have said so much about this game already, especially in my Retro magazine. I've pretty much broken down its trailer scene by scene. This one is also published by Raw Fury. The art director behind the game, Tim Soray, is just a brilliant mind in his business. He made a video explaining all of his decisions that went into making of the trailer, and it was just amazing to hear his thoughts. And you can see the results here is just breathtaking. So this is easily mine and a lot of other people's most anticipated pixel art game. I even called it the future of pixel art because it's a direction in which pixel art has been pushing a lot with dynamic lighting, but this one just mixes it with 3D in such a new way. Maybe not exactly new, but definitely on the highest level we've seen so far. So I'm excited to see how we can push the pixel art aesthetic in the future, and Last Night is definitely going to be one of those games coming in 2018. We don't know when though.